Thanks, Frank. I'd like to again welcome everybody here, and like to welcome the Senator, Ursula Stevens. On behalf of the Broken Hill community, I'd like to welcome Senator Stevens here. He's representing the Honourable Simon Crean MP, Minister for Regional Australia, Regional Development and Local Government. I also like to acknowledge the member for Murray-Darling, John Williams, past members of the Swimming Advisory Committee. We've put a lot of work into this over many years. Also I'd like to thank the council workers, the contractors, invited guests, fellow councillors, and most important, the members of the community who have supported this project over many years. Also I'd like to put apologies in for the federal member, Susan Lee, Councillor Daria Turley, Councillor John Groendyke and Councillor Tom Kennedy. The Broken Hill Regional Aquatic Centre had spent on about $11 million over the last 5 or 6 years. This is the largest public infrastructure project in more than a decade in this community. It was a community and council vision that has been driven by the community and supported by councils. Not just this council, but other councils in the past. And can I say that there's probably been many a debate, many a controversy, and I'm going to say this council is no different to any other council that's been over the past probably 2 or 3 councils. We still have our debates on different things, whether it's the location, or whether it's the admission price, or whether it's the amount of money that's been borrowed. Nobody can deny what a marvellous complex it is. I think everybody in Broken Hill should be extremely proud of the facility that we have here. We have a first-class recreational facility that we believe will attract not only visitors, but will also attract the workforce that we so desperately need to bring the mines up to where they need to be, and taking it into the future, hopefully with the projects like Forsen and the tin and the tungsten deposits around the place, that we can actually have a facility that can attract quality people into the community. Not so long ago, I'm sure we can all remember that this behind me, the 25-metre pool, and the little toddler's wading pool, and in the metre pool was just here, was the only thing we had here. Look at it now. I was down here at Australia Day, and they said, not very many people here. I was in the 25-metre pool, and I said, there's 70 people in here. You take another 20 that was on the slide. You take another 30 that was sitting around the cafeteria, and another 20 that was in the little pool. You pushed them all in one area, and you had a lot of people. This complex has 7 different activity centres. We take the 50-metre pool, the indoor, all year round 25-metre pool, the slide, the toddlers and the kiddies. Then you take the newly developed and much needed hydrotherapy pool, the function centre and the cafeteria. 7 different functions that this complex now has, and we should be so proud of it. So to the many people, there were more than 25 contractors, consultants and organisers that have assisted to get this here where we are today. The community that has contributed and continued to support this facility. I also like to take my hat off to the staff that were involved and had the foresight many years ago not to just develop stages 1 and leave it at that. They developed stages 1, 2 and 3. Without their foresight and without their planning, but I'm sure we wouldn't have this facility here today. Because when we got the call some 14 months ago from the Minister's office saying, do you have a project? We have $5 million we can give away. We said, do we have a project for you? And this is what the combination of that was. This complex was made possible through Council and its major funding partners, including the Australian Government for $5 million, contributed through the Regional and Local Community Infrastructure Program. The State Government of $100,000 contributed through Sports and Rec The community donations that we actually had a telethon. I'm sure that everybody basically remembers that telethon many, many years ago. And a lot of that $100,000 was raised almost immediately. And the kind support of businesses, individuals across the city. So with that said, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that contributed. Thank you for everybody for their patience, because this centre has really been worth it. Thank you.